Hello friends, I'm Dr. Saji Karande. I would like to discuss the prose Toasted English. Toasted English is written by R.K. Narayan. First of all, let us discuss about the writer R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan was born in the year 1906 and he died in the year 2001. He was born in Madras. He is one of the best of the first generation of Indian novelists in English and the other two being Mulk Raj Anand and Raja Rao. R.K. Narayan has published more than 10 novels and short stories. His works have been published, that is translated into several Indian and European languages. Means whatever the novels and short stories that R.K. Narayan wrote, that have been translated into many Indian languages, even that were translated into European languages also. Among Narayan's most famous novels is The Guide, which has been filmed. Perhaps you might have seen that film, The Guide, which is very famous. Film, even the it was also famous novel. R.K. Narayan created an imaginary town which is named as Malgudi. It forms the setting of most of his works. Imaginary in the sense in which there is no reality. It is fictitious. He has created imaginary town and has given the name Malgudi. It forms the setting of most of his works. Setting in the sense that is the scene. We know that whenever we see any movie, film, at that time, that the scene that is the setting changes from one place to another. In this, in R.K. Narayan, he has used imaginary town, and the name he has given that is the Malgudi, which is the setting for most of his works. R.K. Narayan is well known for the direct simplicity of his language, his realistic settings, and even more realistic characters. Means he is famous. R.K. Narayan is famous for his simplicity of language. He used very simple language for his works. Even he used realistic settings and he used more realistic characters for his works. R.K. Narayan sometimes compared to the American writer Faulkner. Why? Because for his compassionate humanism and for the celebration of ordinary life. Means whatever the works that he wrote, he tried to show the compassionate humanism. Even he tried to show the celebration of ordinary life. He has described the life of the ordinary people. Now let us discuss about the essay in short. Then laterwards we will discuss in detail in part 2. Here I would like to tell you that there will be two parts for this video. First part that will deal with the introduction about the writer and about the essay, and the second part of this particular prose video that will be discussed the detailed uh, that is description, that is the discussion about the prose toasted English. Now let us discuss about the essay uh, toasted English. Toasted English is a half humorous, half serious essay which is about which is described that how the same language English differs from one country to another. Here we come to know that Toasted English is one of the famous essay by R.K. Narayan. It is half humorous, at the same time it is half serious essay. It is about how the same language English that it differs from one country to another. We know that we speak English. At that time it is called as Indian English. But the people from America, they whenever they use English at that time, it is called American English. But American English is different from Indian English. It is also different from British English. Even it is different from different countries. Here, R.K. Narayan tried to show how that the toasted English that he has given the title and tried to show the difference between American English and British English in his typical humorous style with brilliant examples. Whenever he tried to show how the American English is different from the British English, at that time he has given many examples that we can call the brilliant examples he used in his humorous style. R.K. Narayan, the essayist, states that like Indians, Americans to retain the English language and let it flourish even though they drove the British out. Here we know that British ruled over India. Then we got the freedom in 1947, but we kept the Indian language, we kept the English language, which is the origin of the British. So we kept it, we retained, and we tried to use that language in our land. In the same way, Americans too kept the English language in their country and they let it flourish even they drove the British out. American people they simplified the usage of the English language by doing away with the passive voice. Means American people always they use the passive voice, and if we study the American English, it seems quite easy and free to use. See the example here. In place of trespassing prohibited, many times we read the notice trespassing prohibited, but the Americans use very simple in simple language, we read the American notice that newly planted don't walk. See the meaning of this trespassing prohibited. Generally, we see in India, but Americans they use newly planted don't walk. In this way, uh, American people they use English, which includes words such as okay, check, and fabulous. These are the words which can be used anywhere and in any context. Further, R.K. Narayan discusses the bazaar status of English in London. In day-to-day activities in London, English is used in a fine and polished way. Here the writer illustrates this by discussing the expressions as they are used in practical life as well as in what way they connote. So if we see the example here, can I help you? See, in what way the Americans use can I help you? But actually it implies, but what the meaning of it particular question? Actually the meaning of this particular question is, have you any business here? If so, state it. It's a meaning, but Americans use it in a very simple language. Can I help you? Which implies, have you any business here? If so, state it. Finally, uh, a writer concludes by advocating a Bharat brand of English in post-independence India. Here the writer feels that, like American English, Indian English should have its own flavor and idiom. Means here writer he feels himself that like American English, Indian English should have its own flavor and idioms. According to him, that there should be a Swadeshi stamp about it. Writer feels that there should be a Swadeshi stamp about English language. As we Indians use English on a large scale today, I mean, there are a number of Indian people who use English, and English exists in learning, in justice, administration, even in each field or sector in India. In this way, we come to know that English language exists everywhere in India, in every field and in every sectors in India. But only educated people could talk and understand English. Those people who are educated, they could talk, and only that people could understand English language. Now here, uh, the writer he suggests that he tells us that the time has come. The time has come that English should be used by every person in the market, in the street, and even in every village. Now it is the time. It is the time which has come now that English should be used by every person in the market, on the street, and in every village. So here the author, the writer, R.K. Narayan wants us to make a brand of Indian English. He wants us to make a brand of Indian English. Here it does not mean that we should go back to those days when we heard, particularly in the railway. What we heard, if we go back in the, if we go back in those days, what we heard, particularly in the railways, where you going, man? It means, where are you going, man? Where are you going, man? We have heard such kind of words or questions in the past, especially particularly in the railway. Here, the Bharat English will always respect the dignity of grammar. The writer suggests that. Here, the writer told us that Bharat English will always respect the dignity of grammar, but our brand name and Swadeshi stamp. There should be always our brand name and Swadeshi stamp. Thank you very much.